What's up lads, you're with Budget Monk and welcome to a new video. As you can see, in the year 1700, I rolled a 555 air, and I'm actually not thoroughly impressed with that because it's been a long time here. I've been searching for a 6 Diplo air, a 6 in Diplo, as we're trying to achieve a crazy one culture, etc. And it's really the Diplo points that I need to be maxed. Little did I know, as you can see, 17 years later, I would be able to upgrade the Kyoto Monument, which at rank 3 gives plus 111. And after abdicating my ruler, now I will say, guys, that it's very difficult in the late game for me, all these late game wars, to get to peace. He could have been on the throne since 15, but at least a couple years later, we have the absolute S tier ruler, as you can see. And when I say S tier, I mean S tier because he also has the absolute perfect trait for us, which is the conqueror trait, reducing years of separatism, which allows you to cultural convert more quickly. I mean, how perfect is this? He could not be any more perfect. And what an absolute Hail Mary here towards the end of the game. I hope that luck continues, because that's what we are going to need. Alrighty, lads, and there he is, Imperator Constantius. Imperator Constantinos, 5th de Valois. I don't know how to say that dynasty name, guys, our French dynasty, but of course, the impeccable maximum monarch points, as well as literally the S tier trait, Conqueror. Amazing. He's also rolled Inspiring Leader. What an absolute giga chad. And I'm just going to do a quick breakdown of the game for you guys. If you're watching this video, I am live, and I posted this before the finale of my stream, where we're kind of making history in a sense, hopefully, assuming we complete that today, this goal. As far as the world conquest is concerned, guys, we're going to kill these nations and then, play fairly quickly. Bengal, Commonwealth, Japan, and you can see 41 development. Castile, who was guaranteed by Japan, we're going to kill him at the same time as we fight Japan. All the independent nations in the world. There's no others, as you can see on the Great Power List. However, there are 2 additional nations, including my own tributaries, which we inherited from full annexing Asians. Well, as they are allied to Japan and Bengal, we're simply going to kill them in those wars. Saves me having to, get a truce from breaking diplomacy, etc. No problem there. So if I'm not mistaken, there's about 6 tags total in the entire game. And it's going to be Bengal specifically, which we're actually going to truce break, as he's going to take... I think he's going to take at least 2 more wars, and that's kind of unacceptable. We could do it in 1. We'll see. We'll see how we feel. 1 massive hit of overextension. Now, let's talk about religion, guys. This patch, it's actually been, very easy compared to the past to achieve the one faith. I say it as though we've done it already. We haven't, but I'm so confident that we'll get it due to monuments like this. And we were running missionary for like damn near, 100 years from the parliament, missionary and missionary strength. But if we go ahead and take a look here at religion, we've converted about 2/3 of the world. And we can do some quick math, guys. The absolute vast majority of our conversions take 4 months. That's how strong our missionary strength is. And that means basically 4 times 8. Because, 3 times 8, because 4 fits into 12, right? So we can convert 3 batches per year, which is 3 times 8, which is 24. It's per year, roughly, which means every 10 years we're looking at about 240. So, 240 is near 250, which is about 1,040 years. So we're probably looking at achieving the one faith in sub 50 years from now. So I'm not worried about that. As far as, of course, you can't convert something to your culture when it's not your religion. So what you do is you sort by unity as you start feeling more pressured for time. And what that means is you can ensure that you're converting the highest dev provinces because they contribute the worst amount of unity to your religion. We'll begin doing that to make sure that high dev provinces, which take time to convert, finish before the end of the game. And otherwise, let's talk about culture. So This is the culture map mode. This is the accepted cultures map mode. We do have the odd accepted culture that's for monuments, such as Japan here and down here, Java. But for the most part, the green, of course, is Roman. The orange is being converted to Roman, and the red is not Roman. So geographically, we're looking really, really good geographically, but there's a concern here, which is we have had a massive leniency towards lower dev provinces. And the reason why is because of what I'm about to describe, basically the tips, how we'll hopefully achieve this. So with that in mind, look how many of these 30s there are, guys. 30, 30, 30. Really, that is a lot, guys. I mean, think about 10 of those, and that's 300 Diplo. It's really a lot. Back in the old patches that we've done this, we would be spending 22 Diplo, excuse me, maximum. So let's say that was 20 Diplo. Well, 30 is 50% more. You know, there's a pretty substantial difference between 22 and 30. And when it affects so many, obviously, even the 29s, 28s, etc., are all over what we would potentially pay at the maximum. So very daunting. I mean, look at this, guys. There's hundreds. Now, in terms of solutions, we do have secret weapons up our sleeve. Once our admin is no longer required for boosting my stability after truce breaking, coring, and so on and so forth, we're going to continuously move our capital, which we've already resorted to, in order to... Now, it costs like 700, guys, because our capital's development is so high. But what I'm going to do is continuously move our capital to low development provinces in order to consolidate or concentrate development around the world into our capital. And that's what we'll do every time our admin gets up, is move our capital again. And thereby, you know, each time we move our capital, I'm able to basically grief the world by hundreds of monarch development, which saves us hundreds of Diplo points. You know, if we reduce one province's development by 3, that literally saves us 3 Diplo points, because you pay the same amount as the province's development. You know, that's the difference compared to the old patch, except it caps out at 30. So if a province is 25 dev, you pay 25 to culture convert it. It cannot be reduced below that. So we really want to, you know, ruin as much development as we can in this upper echelon. That's why we've been procrastinating on that. And then lastly, it is a 20-year cooldown, but we can also burn provinces, which we've been doing. You can go around burning these. Most of them are already on cooldown, as you can see, but that is what we'll be doing. It basically administrating the end of the run. And lastly, let's talk about Diplo point generation, guys. Sadly, I've been unable to set up an heir. I'm trying to get that 6. We really don't want to settle for anything less than 6. Thankfully, I do at least have a 5 on a queen regent, because it's getting a little bit mature here at 33 years old, and we might be stuck with this for a period. But as of right now, at least, we're generating essentially the maximum of 18 per month, which is great. But not only that, a few tricks up our sleeve, guys. We can actually abandon Diplo in court. I need to abandon some ideas to actually colonize the rest of the world, which there's not much of the world which remains uncolonized, but we will do that. And that's going to be another expense for our admin. But that's going to basically generate 560 as a refund here, you can see, Diplo points. We can also spawn the industrialization institution. That's 100. They're spawning an institution, 100 to all. And there's other things available, such as the event. When you make a tier 3 monument, an event happens which gives you 20 prestige. But if your prestige is capped, our prestige is typically capped because religious conversions give prestige from religious ideas. Yeah, the excess Diplo, it goes to, I don't know where the bloody modifier is, right? One of these gives prestige, guys. The excess Diplo, or prestige rather, goes to your monarch points, okay? So that's 20 every time that event happens. Now, the event is on a 10-year cooldown, but it does stack back to back. So if, say, you generate 5 tier 3 wonders, then it will do it 5 times, 10 years to a T, generating 20 of all Monarch points, but particularly Diplo. And due to the fact that we've upgraded so many of these around the world, are either being processed or they are rank 3 already, we basically have that stacked until the end of the game, which is brilliant. So that's 20 Diplo every 10 years. But not only that, guys, we've moved away from the missionary synth here because the one faith is in the bag. And as it happens, you can now get this guy here. So this might take a few months each time to get the right one that we desire, but we're looking at potentially every 10-year election another 50. So that's essentially 70 Diplo points every 10 years or so. That's all we can really do, guys, to generate Diplo. And yeah, it's just going to come down to the wire. There's only one way to find out if we get it. I genuinely don't know. I did the math back like decades ago in game, just rough math, and it scared the crap out of me. I felt like we were not close, but since then, most of the innovations I've spoken about in this session, such as moving our capital, and we're generating a lot more Diplo than I thought, have occurred to me. And we'll see how we do. Hopefully, we will get that fat W. Come drop by live if you can, and check in on us. I'm hoping to smash this out in one session and get that sick finale. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you live, or I'll see you in another video.